What's up, everybody? So today we're cruising across town in a Land Rover Range Rover. Yeah, it's a pretty sweet car. I guess you could call it the Range Rover HSE. So anyways, you know, I've always been kind of a fan of these. They're really nice vehicles as far as the craftsmanship of the vehicle. I mean, it's really nice. But then the way they drive, they drive so smooth. You know, as soon as you get inside of this car, I mean, it just, first off, the luxury perks of it, you know, just the way it's designed and all, it really kind of just grabs your attention. And so, you know, this is not like a newer one, right? This is a little bit older model, and it has probably just around 100,000 miles on it. Let me take a look at the key real quick here. This one, yeah, so there's the key. This one is a 2016, yeah, Range Rover HSE. So, not the newest of vehicles, but still, to be, you know, several years old with 100,000 miles, still drives quite nice. And under the hood there, you got your V8, plenty of power. And I'll demonstrate a little bit of that to you here in a second when we go over the bridge here. But yeah, let me switch the camera view for a minute, let you just kind of see around a little bit. So the seats are super comfortable. I mean, just gorgeous. I love the massive roof up top. I mean, you got so much space. It's a super wide vehicle, so a lot of room left to right. Plenty of leg room, plenty of headroom, and all that kind of stuff. But another thing too, when you're buying a more higher end vehicle like this, it's quieter inside the cabin. You just don't hear as much noise from the outside. But as you can tell, we got a rainy day today going over the bridges here. Charleston's a beautiful city, everybody. If you're ever traveling or live somewhere near Charleston, or maybe you're on the East Coast, or maybe you're on the West Coast and you're coming over to the East Coast, come on by and see us right here in Charleston, South Carolina. It's a really nice place to live at, but a great place to come visit and all that. Now we're actually going to be swapping cars in just a moment. So I'm taking this, dropping it off at the shop, getting some maintenance done on it. And then we're going to be actually picking up a BMW X5 with the M Sport package on it, which is super nice. And so we possibly will hop in that car and see which one we like driving a little better, right? The Range Rover HSE or the BMW X5? Which one, you know? The question I always ask at the end of the day on a lot of these videos is, which vehicle would you pick? All right, let's take a look at the outside of it, right? This one's got that pretty blue with the silver top, with the silver wheels. Looks really pretty nice. And condition-wise, it's in beautiful shape. Paint looks good. I love the design of the headlights on the Range Rover. Got that big, bold grille with the words going across the top, which always looks kind of nice, and all that. Anyways, it's just something a little different. You got the retractable running boards at the bottom, and it's a pretty big vehicle. I mean, it's got a lot of size to it, and just the way the taillights are designed, it's pretty. It really is. There you go. Look at that. Not bad. Anyways, supercharged. And if you look in the back here, you know, the way this area, this drops down. I think BMW does that as well on the X5, which is a nice solid vehicle for the most part. The Range Rover, yeah, it's pretty sweet. All right, got to see it a little bit. Good looking door panels. Even got some power options in the back on your back seats. The color of the leather looks really nice, and this is real leather, y'all. I mean, it's the real deal here, folks. Here, now you can get a good look at the dash and all. Isn't that good? Yeah, isn't it pretty? It really is. You know, most people, you know, watching will probably say, you know, something like, hey, Range Rover, very expensive to have serviced and maintenance. Of course it is, you know. I mean, it's just the way the cookie crumbles with vehicles like this. You know, they're not cheap to work on. They're not cheap to buy and all that. But, you know, you're going to pay to play. That's what I always tell you. You know, that's just the way the world works. You know, if you want the finer things in life, you got to pay to play. And as we all know, the nicer things in life cost a little more money to be able to own. Just like that Lexus right there, you know. That's a very expensive vehicle as well, the NX300H. But one thing that I've enjoyed doing is being able to sell vehicles like this, and being able to see people get them that normally may not get them. You know, realistically, in the used car market right now, you know, you can go out there and find yourself something quite nice. If you got the credit to be able to purchase it, and you got some money that you can put towards the vehicle as part of a down payment, you know, you can get it. You just got to be able to, you know, budget everything appropriately in your life, and figure out, you know, the key steps to what you need to do to be able to do it. So anyways, anything's possible, you know. And I'm working on things in my life as well, so I can be able to get the things that I want, and the things I want my family to be able to have. So we all got to take the time to create and you know, make our way and set these goals and be able to do it. So anyways, preaching to the choir here, but a lot of y'all already know this stuff. But yeah, that's a Range Rover HSE. Now we're gonna go and take a look at a BMW X5. A little bit smaller, but still a stunning vehicle. Wait until you see it. All right, there's our BMW X5 2017 model. Looking pretty good, right? Yeah, M Sport, also xDrive, all that good stuff. So beautiful car. And the reason we brought it over here to Auto House today was to get it inspected for a customer that is interested in buying it from us. And anyways, the cool thing about this one is it's the diesel version. The Range Rover you're driving is a gas, but yeah, X5 Diesel xDrive. And then it's got a little bit wider setup here with the M Sport, different wheels, you know, blacked out grille in the front, that kind of stuff. It's a beautiful car. And let's go ahead and hop in it and see what this one's all about, right? Pretty nice looking interior. A little bit more of a sportier kind of look, right? Range Rover is, to me, more luxury look, and this car is a little more like a performance look. Now, not to say you can't buy an X5 and have that luxury look to it, kind of like the Range Rover over there with the light interior and all that, but a little bit different vehicle that we have right here. Now, the Range Rover is a 2016, and this is a 2017. Now, what I do like about the BMW is I love this super big widescreen display. I mean, this thing's, I mean, look at that. That's nice and wide. I like that. You can fit 1, 2, 3, 6 little icons right there. That's kind of cool. Anyways, I like the steering wheel on the Range Rover, but this looks fine. You got big paddle shifters here. Looks good. The Range Rover actually had a digital dash, kind of like a one big massive LCD screen there. This one doesn't have that. It does have a little bit of LCD down the bottom. Mileage pretty good on this one at 93,000. So, I mean, both cars really nice. Of course they are. Get that seatbelt on. Anyways, let's take a look the other direction. Now, one thing it also does have is it's got a massive panoramic roof in it. What's kind of neat about this car is you can actually black it out. I mean, look at that. You cannot see out at all. So let's go ahead and open her up though, just to give you an idea of how big it is. I mean, it stretches all the way to the rear. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't remember if the Range Rover had this big bar right here, but I mean, that's a pretty wide area there to open up. All right. Comfort-wise, very comfortable sitting inside. It's still quiet. The craftsmanship is there with BMW for sure. Let's go ahead and cut our headlights on, get our blinkers going, or clean our windows off. Now, difference in motors, right? Big time. Range Rover's got a V8 supercharged. This has a V6 twin turbo. And believe it or not, this car right here will boogie. It sure will. I like that Raptor over there. Look at that. Ooh, those are nice trucks. Anyways, Auto House, if you can see it on the flag there. OTTOHAUS. We recommend anybody that does business with us that buys European vehicles, or just anything German engineered, BMW, Mercedes, Volkswagen, Audi, Porsche, anything that's kind of, they can work on anything, but anything that's engineered a little differently than just your typical American vehicle, we suggest people taking their cars to Auto House. We take all of our vehicles there for service, and we have a few other shops in town that we use from time to time when other places get backed up. But Auto House has got a location in Latson, and then they got the one right here in West Ashley on Sam Rittenberg Boulevard. But they do great work. A friend of mine, I think, may even be part owner of the one in Latson. And anyway, just a good group of guys and gals, and they just do really good work. So this car was taken there this morning. I drove this car over to Auto House. We got a customer looking at buying the vehicle. They wanted to get, like a pre-sale inspection done on it before the vehicle, gets put on a truck and shipped to the customer. And, a lot of people seem to say, well, I really don't want to take my car to get inspected at a shop that y'all do business with or y'all recommend. But, come on, they're not in the business of hooking it up for us, as in saying, hey, do a pre-sale inspection here. We'll just kind of tell the customer whatever they need to hear to pass the inspection so they buy the car. They can't do that, They just can't. They would get horrible reviews for that kind of stuff. It would just be a nightmare. Just be honest and straight up with people, and that's just how it goes, So, anyways, they do good work, and they know what they're doing, and their labor rate is definitely a lot lower than having to take it to BMW, Mercedes, or any of those types of places. So, anyways, I think you get what I'm saying. All right, let's take her down the road and see how she drives when this light turns green. But man, what a sweet interior. I love the black, the big roof, the dash, just the entire layout in here is so nice. It's really nice. So, talking about money, right? That HSE Range Rover back there is probably in the mid 40,000 range, right? Anywhere between 40 grand and $45,000. I don't think it's too much more than that, but just saying, that's a $40,000 vehicle. I'll give you an idea what this one costs in just a second. All right, so to kind of finish up the video here today, this vehicle right here, 2017 X5 Diesel xDrive M Sport with 93,000 miles on it, is around $33,900. So anyways, there you go. $33,000, $33,900, right around there for a car like this. A little bit smaller than the Range Rover, or if you want to spend, let's say, $43,900 on something like this. So about a $10,000 difference from an HSE Range Rover to an X5 like this. Anyways, if you're really a big fan of Range Rovers, you might want to consider looking at the Range Rover Sport. Those are a little more comparable to the X5.